Alright guys, today we are going to be making some of the puppy mush. Now for our puppies we have Frenchies. We use a Royal Canin, the starter, 1 to 2 months. They're 6 weeks. And we also use the canned version of it as well. And then we use the pumpkin puree and of course the puppy formula. But let's go ahead and see how we make this. So let's do it. All right, so I usually start off with the wet food. Get the wet food in there. Get it in there. I usually use 2 cans. There's 7 of them. And then, like, if they don't eat it all, I usually put it in the fridge for later and then kind of add to it. So yeah, so I added my my wet food, add it in there, get it real nice and mushy. You want to get it real nice and mushy in there for them. There we go. And then now I add my pumpkin puree to there. You want to add a lot, just a little bit, just because you don't want to give them too much. So usually about, I don't know, what is that? Maybe like a teaspoon. Not too much, like I said. You don't want to give them, you know, a lot of that. It has a lot of fiber in it because it's 100% pure pumpkin puree. None of that added preservative and stuff. You want to put that in there. It has to be 100% pumpkin puree. Now I'm going to add my puppy food to the water, and it has to be warm water, hot water. I usually use hot water in there. And then I'm gonna add in some of the puppy food to it, the puppy milk. A little bit in there, get it in there. And then, like, if I have to add a little bit more of the wet food, I will. Sometimes, you know, I have to add it because it's not thick enough. So let me see. I'm just gonna shake it up real quick. Get that in there. Did I grab the right one? I didn't grab the right one. Hold on. I believe this is it. Okay, yeah, this is it. So after I do that, I shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up real good. Then I add it to my NutriBullet. So I'm gonna pause it because I don't want you to hear this loud machine. So hold on. All right, so I'm back. I guess I didn't want you guys to hear that all night. So this is like the consistency I use. You can see it. Just pour it in there. Still a little bit thick, you know. I pour it in there. Then get that in there. And I mix it all up again. Real good in there. And then you want to thicken it as time goes on. Like, mine's getting a little bit thicker because I'm trying to wean my puppies off of the mush to the kibble. I'm trying to do that by 8 weeks. They're 6 weeks now. So I'm making it a little bit thicker. Eventually, I'm going to remove this, the starter, the wet food, and just have the kibble, and then slowly, you know, just blend that up, and then go from just soaking it a little bit in warm water, and then to the actual kibble itself. And then also, I want to show you guys now when I start weaning my boy, because I'm keeping Maverick. When I start giving him his food, there's another version of this that's for Frenchies. And it's only for Frenchies. I can show you guys that too. Watch. Right here. This is only for Frenchies. And this one is up to 12 months. So that's for the first year. But yeah, so this is the one I'm going to use when he gets a little bit older. Because they're pretty big little pieces. So yeah. I'll probably use that one when he's like about 4 months or so, when he's a little bit bigger. But sometimes I use that and blend it up in here to mix it to give him a little bit more food. But yeah, but that's how we make the puppy mush. And like I said, you thicken it within time. And you first start weaning your puppy, like just say at the 3-4 week mark. I think I did it at 4. You do it like not super thin because they can aspirate on it, but thinner than this obviously. But yeah, that's how we make our puppy mush. So if you have any questions, go ahead and leave it in the comments.